don't belong here. How the hell she get her own tear? In my heart, y'all put no fear. Fuck you, nigga, just to be clear. I'm tired of all of y'all fake misses, acting like you really fuck with me. See you skimming, really want my spot. You claim me bully, but I know you not.
What's up, y'all? It's your girl Chanel. We're here with another reaction video. So we got Is She Speaking Facts? Girl dropping jewels on relationship advice, shutting down all the relationship podcasts. All right. Alright, we about to see. We about to see if she's giving good advice. I hope it ain't nothing crazy, because y'all, I would debunk some shit. I would debunk something. She better come on here with some good advice, some healthy advice, you know, something that's going to be helpful with us getting us back into this love, just being in love type of vibe. Because, look, hot girl summer need to be over. For if you, I'm 30 and my hot girl summer, I ain't get to participate, really. Okay? My ass was working. So, this better be some good, helpful advice she about to install on us, alright? Y'all, if y'all haven't, go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button for me, and let's see what advice she letting out. Better be some good ones.
Better be some good ones. I used to spend so much time
no.
Back and collecting
no,
skip.
Here's the simplest dating advice you'll ever need in your life, but most of you won't listen because you guys like to argue and complain about stupid shit that is very easy to understand. That person that has inconsistent communication with you just doesn't like you that much. That person that goes to...
That's facts. He inconsistent or she inconsistent. He don't like you. She don't like you like that. Okay? And move on. Let's not even waste time in this. So good. Okay, we starting out pretty good.
Isn't a bad person. They just became uninterested or found someone else. Move on. Find someone else to text you. If your partner cheated on you, leave them. And if you don't leave them, which most...
Big facts. I feel like I'm about to agree with the next part she said, but go ahead.
Because most of you lack standards and self-respect, shut up about it, stop hanging it over their head, and learn how to work through it together. Or else...
Facts. Facts. I don't understand why people stay together that cheat and that be miserable, and like they're doing the whole thing with going through the phones and just trying to catch them and just going through the motions of getting cheated on multiple times. Man, she cheats, leave her ass. Women, he cheats, leave. And if you're not going to leave, if it turns out, you know, okay, you messed up or they messed up and you're willing to work through it, then be that, but you're going to have to forgive that cheating. You're going to have to forgive that. No one is saying to forget. No one's saying to jump right back in the relationship as if nothing ever happened. And nobody even says to be lenient on them. Because by all means, you know, you can forgive someone for cheating. I do believe that. I don't like cheating. I'm not a cheater. I know my partner isn't a cheater. I don't believe in cheating. I do understand that in certain relationships, people do it and mess up, and there's some people who get back together after that. You're going to have to make sure, like, to not hold it over their head, but it don't mean just go back in like a dummy and like nothing ever happened either. Definitely set some ground rules, set some boundaries moving forward. And sometimes you may slip up and think about it at times. You know, I done been through it and tried to forgive, and it's just like, for me, it was just the audacity of how it happened, you know, and the emotions of afterwards. So I had to ultimately leave. I couldn't do it. It was just, I couldn't do it. I didn't hold over their heads afterwards. I tried to forget. I really tried to forgive, but it was just certain, excuse me, y'all, whew, certain ways of disrespect is just unforgivable. It's unforgivable.
Move on. If a man does not want to pay all your bills and wants to go 50-50, that doesn't make him a bum. That doesn't make him a bad guy. That doesn't make him a little boy. He's still a man. Just a man with different interests and goals in life. Go find you someone who will. There's 8 billion people in the world. I promise you can find one.
Facts. A man does not have to pay half of your bills. Especially if he don't live with you. And the whole thing with 50-50, 75-25, 60-40. I just believe in this. Let's stop putting a number on it and let's just say whatever works for your relationship. If y'all are a 50-50 couple, then be a 50-50 couple. If you're a 75-25 couple, then be a 75-25 couple. If you're a 60-40 couple, then you're a 60-40 couple. Everybody's situation is different. Everybody's where they are financially is different. So just focus on yourself. Stop looking out at everyone else's relationship and saying, oh, they do this, and they do this, and looking at your relationship like, we don't do this, because you don't know what the hell going on over there. I am so glad that my relationship were not like that. I have never been like that. I'm going to do what works for us, and we're going to keep it rocking, because we know a lot of stuff that we see on social media and on television is fake anyway, okay? So all those numbers, 50-50, 60-40, all of that, just throw it out the window and just do whatever works for you and your family and your situation, and just see how happier you guys will be when you're not placing everybody else's roles on your relationship.
Woman that wants all her bills paid doesn't make her a gold digger, doesn't make her a slut. Just go find you one that could do 50-50 with you. It's very simple. She just doesn't want what you want, and that's okay.
Big facts. A woman who wants somebody to pay her bills, I don't agree with it, but it depends on the woman. I'm not talking about the women these days are entitled. These younger women, but there's some older ones too that's entitled. A man got to pay all my bills or most of my bills. I'm not talking about them. Talking about situation and dynamics where women in relationships with there's children involved. Someone got to take care of the house. It's a clear understanding that someone has to take care of the house. There's kids there. There's other things there. There's reasons why house has to be taken care of. A couple that neither one of them got no kids, I can see that being more on the 50-50 side. You have men who are okay with that. You have men who prefer 50-50. You have men who prefer to take care of the bills and let the woman be the woman. And because you find the opposite of what you like, it don't mean that person is a bum like she said. It don't mean she a bum, he a bum. It don't mean he's strict, she's strict. It don't mean none of that. Find what works for you. Find who likes you. Find who's on the same wave as you. Stop thinking because somebody is opposed to you that they're a certain thing. Find what works for you. There's men who do want their women to not work and just focus on being a woman. But them men don't want the woman who ain't got nothing going for herself, who just want to lay up, and just want to be focused on looking pretty, who don't have anything else to offer other than looks and a good time in the bedroom. So if you want that, you got to make sure to be the type of woman that deserves that, or be the type of man that deserves that type of lifestyle. That's when entitlement comes into play. When you don't even deserve that lifestyle, because what are you out here doing for yourself? What standards are you putting on yourself so you can get that type of person?
You cannot attract the type of person you want if you are also not the person that they want. Get off the couch if you want.
Ooh, didn't I just say this? I didn't know she was going there, but didn't I just say this? Ladies, you can't have both. You can't be lazy and want a man who gonna do all this for you. I mean, you could, but you gotta take what comes with that. You gotta take what comes with that. And normal is nothing pretty. Normally, it's yes, she don't gotta work and she look pretty, but she getting cheated on. She ain't the only female. So, be the type of woman that wants be that woman that the man that you like want. Okay? You can't have both ways.
Rat. Open up a fucking book if you want someone to read books a lot. It's very simple. Men aren't shit, your standards are. You attract what you are. So maybe it's time to do some self-reflection. Most men under 30 don't have their shit together, and that's okay. Stop letting social media fill up your head with these unrealistic standards. This one is gonna ruffle some feathers. Men have it way harder in life than we do, especially when it comes to money. So stop being a 25-year-old woman wondering why this 25-year-old man can't bust his coochie open online for $10,000 a month. It just does not work that way for men. Believe people when they show you who they are the first time. You do not.
Ooh, I wish I got that early in life. I wish someone would have told me that early in life, and I would hope that at that time that I would listen when people show you who they are. I had a very bad habit of giving people the benefit of the doubt. Giving people the benefit of the doubt too much got my heart broke. My trust was broken with a lot of people, that I sit back and think, if I would have just took that for what it was and moved accordingly, I wouldn't even went through all the bull crap. That is a fact. I would tell that to my daughters. You got to take people for who they are. You have to see people for who they are and take them as such. And sometimes it doesn't even necessarily mean that you got to just cease all communication with that person, but you know how to handle that person. I, for a fact, know that I only have like a limited number of friends, y'all. I don't care how many people say they know me, they know of me, or whatever. I can count on one hand how many friends I got, okay? And they've been with me for a long time. And but I know my friends. You know what I'm saying? We're grown, we're old enough now to understand certain shit, to accept certain stuff. My friends know I'm going to be honest with them. I'm going to definitely tell them what it is. And I expect them to be the same way. The same with my significant other. I expect my man to tell me how I am, and I'm going to tell him how he is. You know, so I definitely had the whole misjudgment down packed growing up. Definitely lost a lot of friends, or, you know, relationships. I should have saw people for who they were in the beginning. It could have saved me a lot of heartbreak, but at the same time, I do look at it as a learning experience. I learned more about myself. Sometimes a lesson can only be learned through pain. I get it. But that is definitely something I was telling my kids, to take people for who they are. I know there's friends I can tell shit to, and some friends I can't tell shit to. There's friends I can put stuff in charge of, and there's friends I can't put them in charge of anything. So that's probably some of the best relationship advice that she has in here.
Choose or change the way someone decides to love you. You simply sit down, shut up, observe, and decide whether you want to participate in the way that they love or not. At the end of the day, we are all human.
Fact. I wouldn't say sit back and see how they love you. That is, yes, see how they love you, but I do believe in, also communicating how you want to be loved as well. So you sit back, see how they love. If they, if you're not liking it, definitely communicate. Don't just sit back and say, I don't like it, and move on, because it's a learning process. It's a growing process. So communicate. Either you do like it or you don't.
You have imperfect design, so stop trying to find that perfect person. They don't exist, and that thing you hate about them, you probably hate about yourself. Don't take advice from married people or single people. Take advice from happy people. But even that's hard.
Don't take advice from married people or single people. Take it from happy people. People say, I've heard people say, like, married people say, or people, like, somebody who's single can't give me any advice, and vice versa. And I get that notion. I get it. But to me, it doesn't mean that single person doesn't have a jewel or two for you. It doesn't mean that married person don't have a jewel or two for you. For all the person was married before and they're single now, and they're just gonna try to tell you what happened in their marriage. I've had people who've been divorced or just in bad relationships, like, hey, this is what happened, or hey, just listen to that person, or communicate, or make sure, I do believe there's a jewel, and I don't think we should dismiss, from single or whatever, from happy people. But sometimes unhappy people can have some good jewels to drop too. Like I said, sometimes some of the greatest lessons, some of the most realest lessons come from pain, come from unhappy people. So I wouldn't be so quick to dismiss it. I would just, it depends on the message. It depends on the message.
Sometimes because most people lie to themselves about what actually makes them happy. Stop coming into relationships with a lacking mindset. You have a hard time finding the end-all be-all person because you yourself are not the end-all be-all person. So do some self-work. Shut up.
Okay. Definitely. I fully believe that for those of the people out there who are single, and you may be looking or getting ready to hop into that dating scene, definitely make sure you are the best version of yourself. Make sure you have let any kind of trauma go to the best of your capabilities. Because sometimes the right person in your life can come along and make you realize you haven't let some stuff go. Or that you've been carrying around a little bit more baggage than you thought. You don't notice it until somebody come in your life and you realize you tweaking because of something that happened in your past. So I would definitely say, until that time, work on the best version of you. Work on the best version of you. Drink plenty of water. Eat right. Gain a hobby. Focus on bettering on yourself. Get a therapist. Go talk to someone. You just make sure you're the best version of yourself so you can attract, what you want. I do believe you get what you attract. So she was A1 about that. She was definitely, I definitely appreciate her coming on and not bull crapping with us and saying some old unreliable ass information like, yeah, get whatever from whomever. She definitely has some good points in her video, so I like it. That concludes this video, you guys. If you haven't already, go hit that like and subscribe button for me. Follow me on all social media platforms. That is she.chanel. And until we meet again, we are